So let's talk about various climate change related initiatives taken by NABARD for building a sustainable future. So first one is JIVA, second is CO Phase 3, Climate Strategy 2030. Then third one is the most important, which is mentioned in the NABARD annual report. And fifth is a very traditional report, traditional function, that is traditional initiatives, which is fund channelizing agency for accelerating the climate finance. So let's take one by one. The first one is the JIVA program, that is Joint Initiative for Village Advancement. It is a very unique and a pilot project launched by NABARD for promoting holistic agriculture and agroecology. So let's talk in detail. Sir, it's the program promotes the natural farming uh, with an agroecological approach. So the main aim is to move away from the chemical and water intensive monocropping, which has the negative externalities on the environment, towards the climate resilient and diversified cropping pattern and integrated with an agroforestry as well as the livestock rearing. So the program JIVA program, it ensures the sustainability of watershed programs and WADI development program, that is tribal development program. JIVA program builds on the natural and social capital formation. It also involves developing the and capacity building of large number of farmers who have successfully practiced natural farming, which are called as farmer resource persons, which will act as a extension agents for further promotion of natural farming. The JIVA programs are performed with partnership with the various civil service organizations, including NGOs and self-help groups. If we see the key interventions in the JIVA, that means life to agriculture, there are several agroecological transitions which needs to be emphasized while performing the various agriculture and watershed development activities. Like for example, the first one is crop system diversification and intensification. Then secondly, location specific integrated farming system, so including the various secondary or allied agriculture within the conventional cropping system. Then third one is linkages with a financial institution to get the credit, to get adequate and affordable credit for performing the various the natural farming related activities. Then fifth one would be the building on the strength of SHG and FPOs. An extension agent will act as a the FRP, the forest, the sorry, for the farmer resource person will act as extension agent. Then second one is CO Phase 3 program. Actually, it is a German name. The project name is One World No Hunger, and it is financed by KfW, that is a German Bank of Development. SEO Phase Through is a very unique project because it is a watershed development integration for rehabilitation of the degraded soil as well as the climate change adaptation. So in short, it reduces the vulnerability of the small and marginal farmers to climate change. But how it is reducing the vulnerability? It by integrating the both factors like stabilization and rehabilitation of degraded soils, and at the same time sustainable use of soil and water resources. So in this program, actually this program is about climate proofing of the various initiatives which are taken by the government of India and the various other institutions towards the watershed development. So it the main interventions in the SEO Phase 3 programs, like for example productivity enhancement, soil health improvement, then sustainable natural resource management, resilient cropping pattern, etc. In Maharashtra, actually 13 projects in a 6 different districts are under implementation. For example, the projects like preparation of the vermicomposting, then construction of a farm ponds, such projects are financed under the KfW, and also NABARD provides the training capacity building to the various institutional setups for this SEO Phase 3 program. Then further is the considering the NABARD's intervention for the climate change, and considering the various government of India's goals and the aspiration in line with the climate UNDP SDG goals of 2030 or UNFCCC Paris Agreement, then or it also includes the land development neutrality targets of UNCCD. So considering all this, NABARD unveiled its climate strategy 2030. It focuses on the both mitigation as well as adaptation, and it is based on the four main important pillars for this climate strategy 2030. The first one would be the accelerating the green lending across the different sector, so that enough funds would be available for the green transition of economy. Second is playing as a broader market making role. So NABARD would play as a market making role, so that the funding would be mobilized even from the corporate and from the market. Third is internal green transformation, means the NABARD's overall strategy or overall working mechanism needs to be internally transformed towards the green initiatives. And in fact, in line with this, every initiatives of an NABARD towards the ANR sector, that is agriculture, natural resource, and the rural development sector, it includes and it has the integral components for mitigation and adaptation. And the fourth important pillar for this climate strategy is strategic resources mobilization for the climate change, for to fight against the climate change. So overall, it would help in building a very resilient and sustainable Indian economy. Then fourth initiative is LREDP. Actually, the watershed development program, uh, which has been evolved into this new program, that is livelihood based regenerative resilient rain-fed ecosystem development program. It includes the various interventions such as climate proofing of agriculture, livelihood diversification towards the secondary agriculture, enhancement of the resilience by climate proofing the various cropping activities, etc. It also focuses right from the reach to valley approach. By also, it also includes the various initiatives for sustainability of the watershed programs. Then fourth, fifth important climate change initiative is the NABARD act as a fund channelizing agency. Actually, it channelizes the climate finances towards the various projects, which have very impact, which are impactful initiative addressing the challenges of the climate change to agriculture sector. So NABARD act as a direct access entity for the Green Climate Fund of UNFCCC, and it also act as a national implementing entity for the national adaptation for climate change. As on 31st March 2024, there are 40 projects which are under implementation towards all the four funds, four funds, and NABARD from its own fund also contribute towards the climate change fund established by the NABARD itself. So these are the five initiatives of NABARD towards the climate change. Thank you.